YouTube? It's Aquarius of a lot. Ah, God dang it. What's good, YouTube? It's Aquarius Leviathan Prophecy, and you know, I'm here to talk about basically, all these rumors that Giannis is going to opt out his contract and go somewhere else or probably test free agency. Uh, I strongly believe that he's going to stay in with the Bucks. Um, I mean, he hasn't really declined anything. He hasn't said anything that you know worth talking about. Obviously he's gonna let his agents do what they do best, and try to find or try to find the best situation for him. You know, seeing his brother coming off a championship when even though his brother didn't do nothing, but uh, that kind of got him thinking probably. You know, like that's probably gonna get him more motivated to say, okay, y'all said that last year y'all was gonna get me help, but y'all didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Middleton is great, but he's not what I need. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, like I said, if Jimmy Butler's willing to persuade Giannis into coming into the Heat and get like another max player, because obviously you're gonna need three stars to you know be on top of the mountain again. You know what I'm saying? So if the Heat could get three other stars. They already got Bam out of the bio. They already got Robinson. They already got Tyler Hero. So I don't see them trading any of those guys. So and I don't think they even have draft picks. So it's gonna be very hard to move pieces. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to give up a lot to get Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want Giannis to be on your team or any team, you're gonna have to give up a lot of assets, and I don't think the Heat is willing to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because he can mess around and just sign a 1 year deal, and like pull an Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if the Bucks is willing to help Giannis and surround him with draft with potential stars, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna have to act fast and swiftly because free agency is right around the corner. So but yeah, man. Tell me what y'all think about Giannis. Not really testing his free agency, but just free agency and all. You know what I'm saying? Should the Bucks Like the Bucks gave him a max. The Bucks gave him 5 years worth. I think 5 million or however much money they offered him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't turn it down. He didn't decline it, but he says that sources say that he's testing free agency. Which I'd never rely on sources when it comes to this stuff. It's purely up in here, not what a whole bunch of people were typing behind the computer. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I've been watching basketball a lot. I've seen Allen Iverson went from the Sixers to the Nuggets to the Pistons to the Grizzlies. It's like he was like a used condom. He was just getting passed around a lot. You know, but obviously, I mean, he did obviously retire. I mean, actually, he actually went back to the Sixers to finish his career, and he obviously wind up getting his jersey retired. So I mean, nobody in that Sixers, no player who goes to the Sixers will ever wear number three again. You know what I'm saying? Same thing that they did to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? No player shall ever wear the number 8 or 24 again. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, But yeah, man, tell me what you think about Giannis. You know, contract situation. Should he stay? Should he go somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? Like he has so many options. I mean, think about it. Like the Brooklyn Nets. You know, they got Kyrie, they got KD. If he goes there, that could possibly be a championship team, but obviously the Nets is gonna have to give up a lot. You know, if he goes to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? That Lakers are already stacked. I know players are gonna opt out their contract, go somewhere else, test free agency. But I don't think he's gonna go that route. What else? What else? He can go to the Rockets with James Harden and and Russell Westbrook and convince Russell Westbrook to stay. What else? Who else? He could go to the Utah Jazz with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert and him. Um, so he has a lot of options. I mean, obviously he's not gonna go to my Knicks because my Knicks is just right now a dumpster fire, and I don't think him alone would even remotely change the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll put butts in seats. They'll sell, obviously, you know, during the quarantine. But if the quarantine wasn't, here, the only thing he would probably do is just put butts in seats, and that's basically it. Um, you know, I don't think, him dropping 40 or 50 is going to win, is going to make the Knicks relevant. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, the teams that I just said, those are the teams that could possibly make a run at a championship. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, obviously with the Heat, I mean not the Heat, but obviously the Sixers. I mean, you got the Raptors as well. So, you got a few teams in the East that he can go to. He could stay in the East and not even go, or he could go to the Hawks. You know what I'm saying, with him, Capella, and Trey. So, I mean, he has a lot of options, but I mean, like I said, the Bucks. If the Bucks is gonna do everything in their power to lower free agency and say, look, sign here. We got Giannis. You know what I'm saying? He's reigning, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year for the second straight year in a row. Will teams go there? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know. But, I mean, or he could go to the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? So Giannis has a lot of options. But I think he's gonna do the right thing and stay put in with the Bucks, cause you don't know how things might turn out. You know what I'm saying? You go from this team to that team, and then you have to gel in, and communication is key, and all that stuff. So like, he might go to some of these places and may not even fit. Their style of play may not even fit him. Some people don't even realize that. They just think, oh, he should go here, he should go there, he should go here, he should go there. Like, look at Melo. Melo was thrown into that Houston Rockets team. They didn't even gel together. He went to OKC, they didn't gel together over there. He finally landed a spot in Portland because obviously Portland plays the style of Carmelo Anthony. You know, Damian Leonard is a shooter. C.J. McCollum is a shooter. Carmelo Anthony is obviously a pure shooter. So that's why it fit him so well. The reason why it didn't fit him in with the Rockets is because his ball dominance. Melo is not a person that you can, feed the ball. Well, not actually feed the ball, but just, build around him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's such a, great scorer. You know what I'm saying? He thinks that he could just do his, one-on-one ISO and just, you know, think, he's gonna get his way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know. But the reason why it worked in Portland is because his that system is tailor made for Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to come off the bench. Well, I don't think he had to come off the bench, but I think he was behind CJ McCollum. He didn't have to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Or probably he did, but Probably, he probably scored like 15, 17, 18 points, 20 points per game. But, that system was tailor made for him. You know what I'm saying? Same way with the Knicks. The Knicks didn't necessarily have a ton of talent. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Stoudemire, they didn't necessarily have that much. So he had to just work with what he got. You know what I'm saying? You added Porzingis. Porzingis did what he could, but obviously it wasn't really enough. We went 16 and 65 that year. And then obviously, the whole trade and stuff like that. But anyways, that's another story for another day. But yeah, man, I just hope that Giannis, does the right thing, you know. But if he goes to the Heat, I think that's the ideal situation. I think that's the perfect situation for Giannis because it's not like the Heat has like four All Stars. It's not like the Heat has three All Stars. Jimmy Butler is an All Star, which people may not even agree with. But if you look at Jimmy Butler in the playoffs, he literally and figuratively carried that Heat on his back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on that team wanted the pressure. Jimmy Butler wanted all the pressure. You know what I'm saying? In crucial moments. You know what I'm saying? Like he won two games. Like he could have get swept. He could have gotten swept, but you know, obviously, like I said, each teams are different. They are built different. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna lay low just because you the almighty Lakers. Like look at the 0-1 76ers with Allen Iverson. A lot of people didn't even give AI a shot. A lot of people thought, oh, it's gonna be a sweep. Lakers are not losing one game, and then lost game one. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, man, East teams are just different. They different dogs, But, like I said, Jimmy Butler wanted all the smoke. He wanted all the pressure, and then he delivered. He stepped up, he delivered. He was exhausted. You know what I'm saying? But I could see the Heat getting better. I could see the Heat getting a lot better. Whether free agency, whether through the draft, if they have any draft picks or whatever have you, I could see the Heat getting better. Now, I mean, Giannis and Jimmy Butler, how would they coexist? Who would take the last shot? You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Will Giannis accept his role on this team? Obviously, they're going to need a third star because I don't think two of them are going to, you know, take on the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Because plus you got Golden State Warriors. And, you just have a whole bunch of teams that's going to come back healthy and ready. So, I mean, like I said, I'm glad that the Lakers won this year because if they didn't win this year, it would have been a roller coaster next year. Picture every team that was banged up, that didn't necessarily perform the way they should have. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people wanted the Suns in the playoffs. A lot of people wanted the Hawks in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't get in. You know what I'm saying? So, now that they're all coming back healthy, it's going to rejuvenate both conferences. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Warriors and the Clippers, and every team in the West and the East. It's gonna be a bloodbath. In a good way. You know what I'm saying? So next year, well, whenever basketball resumes, probably next year around January. Martin Luther King Day. Whenever that is. Yeah, I think Martin Luther King Day is in around February. So basketball may resume mid February. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Just comment down below what you think about this whole free agency frenzy. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me what you think. Obviously, you know, I mean, it's the best season to be a NBA fan. You know what I'm saying? You get to see what your team does, or a lot of people now these days are just fans of the players. They're not necessarily fans of the team. You know what I'm saying? You get that a lot from YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? Like Flight and Oprah side. You know what I'm saying? Like they're those type of people that once fans. They were once fans of their team, of their respective teams. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, the NBA has just watered down so much. You know what I'm saying? Now they just are, now they just fans of the players. You know what I'm saying? And nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like teams are gonna a team like the team is gonna come before the players do. You know what I'm saying? Like once LeBron James is gone, Oprah he talked about, retiring from basketball, not even watching basketball no more. He's just gonna start doing reaction videos and stuff like that, or gaming videos or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because he rocked with LeBron James when he came out of high school. You know what I'm saying? Flight. I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna get too personal with these, YouTubers, because obviously they have a bigger platform than I do, so I have no business talking about them. But I'm just giving you an example. Like, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that's you know player like fans of players and not fans of the team. Like me, I'm a fan of the team because the team is always gonna come first. Players come and go. That's just how it is. You spent you spent the next 15 years, what I'm saying, playing for one franchise or four or five or six, and then you just bounce around and bounce around. You feel like you can't play no more, and then you just declare your absence. You just declare, your retirement. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the NFL. The NFL is a hard business to get in. You know what I'm saying? You have, it's just a whole bunch of craziness. So like I said, you know, I mean, like example, there was a lot of people I know. There was a lot of friends I know that was fans of Odell Beckham Jr., not the Giants. When Odell Beckham Jr. went to the Browns, they all jumped ship. Like soon as Odell Beckham Jr. left the Giants, they was not even Giants fans no more. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get those fans, and then you'll get fans like Mad Dog that I followed. Chris the Entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Or the entertainment show. I forgot what he's called, but you get fans like him. You get Ron Effect. You know what I'm saying? You get like you get player, actually, you get fans like that who's just stick to the team no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna jump to another team just because that player jumps to another team. Like like I said, the team's gonna come before the player. You know, like no player will ever come before the team. That's just how it is, and that's how it always is. How it always will be. Whether it's baseball, football, basketball, it doesn't matter. Unless it's like a boxing or UFC, because they by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have a person to rely on. You know what I'm saying? So if you like they could be fans of that kind of sport. You know what I'm saying? Individual sports, one-on-one sports like golf. You know what I'm saying? But if you with a team, that doesn't necessarily count because you're just gonna keep on bouncing around your damn self. Like you know, like like me, I'm a Knicks fan. I'll always be a Knicks fan, even though it hurt to see Stoudemire leave. Like I just couldn't abandon my Knicks. I mean, even though how garbage they are, you know what I'm saying? They're getting into the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like as for my Giants, listen, I'll always be a New York Giants fan. Even though I get sick of them sometimes, I'll always be a New York Giants fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can show you a lot of my, YouTube, my Facebook pictures, I had a lot of New York Giants gear on, a lot. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow, I'm gonna dig through my Facebook page, and then I'm gonna try to frame it all together at once and show you, I was a real New York Giants fan. But for right now, listen, I'm just taking a breather. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not switching no team. I'm not switching to no teams. You know what I'm saying? Like football is just boring to watch. It really is. It's like I always say football is like NASCAR. You just watch the cars go around and around and around and around and around and around and around, and then you just waiting for like a accident to happen. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like football. You just watch them pass it back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You watch them run it back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I bet you half of y'all are probably on your cell phones when they do call a play or on the huddle, whatever have you, and then you just look up and say, "Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened?" You know what I'm saying? Like you don't necessarily sit there and just watch the whole thing because it gets boring. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is different. It's up and down. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna, what I'm saying? Like they're not going to, slow the game down unless it's a foul. You know what I'm saying? But it's more, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Football's like, you know, you do four plays, you run the ball three times, you pass it on third down, you don't convert, you have to punt it because you don't want to go for it inside your own end zone, and then they get good field position, and then they can just score easy off of two plays or three plays or one play. But to me, for I always found football so boring. Like the when I first watched football, the only position I liked was running back. Like they always say, oh, wide receivers are like the divas of basketball, right? Or wide receivers like the divas of the NFL, like they flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? They want the ball a lot. You have never seen a running back complain about getting the football. You never seen a running back throw fits about running the ball, unless their offensive lineman is garbage and can't block for crap. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Giants' offensive line. But other than that, that's the only time they'll throw a fit if they're not getting the proper blocking that they need. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line create the holes, they burst through it. You know what I'm saying? If they're not getting that, they're just getting negative yards. You know what I'm saying? Slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, that was the only position I liked and fell in love with when I first watched football. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just worked so hard, they grind so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just they were running backs were just ultimate warriors. You know what I'm saying? But now the game has just been watered down. I mean, like I said, I haven't watched football since 2014. That was the last time I watched football. Like I watched the drive here and there, you know what I'm saying? So I watched when they drafted Odell and Barkley and, Jones. So, but, Eli Manning retired. So it's like, the last of the dying breed. You know what I'm saying? Tom Coughlin's not there, which I think that he should have been. I think he should have still been coaching. You know what I'm saying? Tom Coughlin was a very good head coach. I mean, I think him and Eli Manning should have at least, played and coached. Well, obviously, Tom coached and Eli Manning played, but since we're heading into the era of mobile quarterbacks, a lot of RPOs, it's not going to benefit Eli Manning. You know what I'm saying? Same thing as how it's not going to benefit these standard quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? If you can't move it around the pocket, you're a dead man. That's what the NFL is shaping out to be. You see a lot of mobile quarterbacks. You see how Dak Prescott got hurt, right? See, so what's better than to just throw it a lot? You know what I'm saying? Why you think Tom Brady's never got injured? Okay, yeah, he's gotten injured once in his career. Once. You know what I'm saying? After that, he's never been hurt. You know? I mean, I always thought that he was behind, Eli Manning or Brett Favre for consecutive years without missing a game. But he only missed a game once, you know? He can't throw it like he can, which actually I mean not Brett Favre, but not Peyton Manning, but Tom Brady never had a big arm to begin with. Even when he came out of Michigan, you know, he never had a big arm, but he was very sharp and intelligent, wise, football wise. Like he could dissect a defensive play better than the defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Like you could disguise your defense, he'll still figure out ways to dissect you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of his games that sets him apart from other quarterbacks. You know, he's not the fastest. He doesn't have the strongest arm. You know what I'm saying? But he's very intelligent when it comes to football. You know, like he knows the ins and outs. And he was not even coached by a great coach in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Michigan Wolverines, they produce a lot of great talent. You know, I mean, you had Mario Manningham, you had Tom Brady, obviously, you had Charles Woodson. So Michigan, they don't produce. I mean, they produce pretty good. I mean, obviously, but yeah. But now you see Drew Brees is struggling to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's gonna come down to those, you know, that's what the league is gonna that's what the league is gonna come down to, you know. A lot of mobile quarterbacks, God bless they don't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Cause that injury looked gruesome. Like, oh my God, like but if he could come back, if Adrian Peterson can come back from that, you know what I'm saying? I think Dak Prescott could come back from that, from that, you know. I don't wish injuries upon nobody, especially the sport, that, not robbed me, but I mean, I think the sport, that I loved, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at these hands. See how my hands is bent? Look, this is the average hand, right? Look at my hand. See, I can't even do it straight up. I have to bend it. So it robbed me, Not I'm keep saying rob. How can I put this? Like it didn't rob me, but it showed me that it was more it was more out there for me than just sports, you know what I'm saying? Cause after sports, then what? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in the broadcasts just like Tony Gonzalez and Michael Vick, you know what I'm saying? Um, Charles Barkley. I mean, obviously Charles Barkley can't play no more, but and I still think Tony Gonzalez retired too early. I still think Michael Vick retired too early. I still think Michael Strahan retired too early. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, obviously they thought about their health more than the game of football. You know what I'm saying? Most of them won championships. Some of them didn't. Most of them are in the Hall of Fame. I say most because I don't really know the whole cast like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just tell me what you think. I know it's been a long video, but I just had to let this all out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this NBA free agency is gonna be a doozy. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Please hit that notification button. I'm trying to get to 50. I've been at 48 for a long time now. I'm just trying to get these, notifications up and these subs up. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to do more content like this, and just have fun. Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.